Located in Sanpete County, Utah, is the Town of Fairview. Founded in 1859, the settlement was originally called North Bend. Impressed with the possibilities of the area while gathering wild hay in early 1859, James Naylor Jones, Isaac Young Vance, Warren P. Brady, and Jehu Cox wrote to Mormon church leader Brigham Young asking permission to create a settlement. The church president responded pragmatically, "If there's water for 30 families, you have my permission." At an organizing meeting held on October 1st, 1859 in Mount Pleasant, James N. Jones was chosen to lead a band of about 20 families interested in the new colonizing opportunity. The town site was surveyed, and by the end of 1860, a large log meeting house had been completed to house church, school, and social functions. Rows of poplars were planted, streets were graded, and fences were constructed. In 1864, the town obtained a post office and changed its original name of North Bend to the more descriptive name Fairview, because it commands an excellent view of the great granary extending south even beyond Manti, 30 miles distant. In 1866, during the Black Hawk War, the men of town built a fort with thick rock walls 10 feet high enclosing the center of town. Within a few years, the conflict was essentially over and aggressive settlement and community development commenced. In the course of the ensuing decade, Fairview's population grew to more than 1,000, making it the fourth largest in Sanpete by 1880. In 1900 and again in 1940, the town exceeded 1,700 people. However, in 1980, the population was just 900, ranking Fairview sixth in size among the county's 19 communities. Fairview's economic base has always depended on agriculture and the livestock industry. Irrigation ditches were dug and reservoir sites identified soon after settlement. Food crops, hay and grains, were planted, and in 1870, the town's first flour mill was constructed south of town. Livestock raising, ranging from beef and sheep to chickens and turkeys, has persisted throughout Fairview's history. Because of its proximity to the canyon forests, sawmills were established in the early decades to support a lumber industry. By the start of the 20th century, there were half a dozen steam sawmills in the mountains east of town. Beginning in the late 1860s, Fairview developed a one-street commercial district along the old Territorial Road running through the middle of town. In 1869, a Zion's Cooperative Mercantile Institution was started in Fairview. Other stores and businesses followed, so that by 1900, Fairview's downtown could boast a public library, several general stores, a furniture store, a creamery, a harness shop, a butcher shop, and 2 hotels. The arrival of the Rio Grande Western Railroad in the 1890s bolstered Fairview's ability to import equipment and export its surplus goods, immensely benefiting the town's economic strength. Like most other towns in Sanpete County, Fairview has a rich architectural legacy, with many impressive historical structures still standing. Long gone are the log meeting house, stone fort, tall rows of poplars, and the Sanpete Infirmary. But many other remnants of the rural landscape remain, which identify key elements of Fairview's history and present character. If you'd like to see more of this type of content, leave us a comment and don't forget to subscribe.